Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? I hope everything in your world is safe and healthy. I just wanted to check in. Our Dream Builder enrollment is going to close in about a week or so. And I've got some questions about what is dream building and how did I get into it and what is it for and who should do it. And I just want to be honest and say, it's for everyone, but everybody's not ready to do the work. And this is the first time we've opened or I've opened the enrollment to the public. The group has been by invitation only. And it's not a Facebook group, it's actually a working group of professionals from all over the country who are ready to do transformation work in their lives. And so people were asking, Crystal, how did you get into this work? How did you become a coach? And I just wanted to jump in and say kind of the road to understanding dreaming and dream building. And so many of you know, or might not know if you don't, if you just coming in contact with me, first of all, welcome to Steps and Stages. Um, our main goal here is to live life as fully, as freely as possible at every turn and be ready through steps of transformation to be ready for the next stage of your life. The joke is that I've been a dancer for over 30 plus years and I've learned a lot of steps and I've been on a lot of stages. And that's where my first understanding of dream building begins. In order to understand what artists go through, you have to recognize that there's a creative aspect in all of us, and we're either creating the life we love or we're creating a set of things that we're doing that aren't really leading to a life at all. They're leading to just situations that create sometimes more problems or situations that we become masters of that we don't know how to get out of later. So I actually started dancing by accident. I was dropped off at a dance studio and I was supposed to be going to a piano lesson. So just real clearly that, your dream is not always something that's right in front of you. It may be something that develops or develops you. But I became a dream builder by understanding that vision precedes action. And sometimes when we don't have a vision, we actually tie ourselves to a reality that someone else is creating. When other people create realities, they create structures to support those realities. And a lot of times those structures feel much more secure than our visions. So in the dream building process, what I've learned and what I now practice and teach is the method of understanding your vision, believing in your vision so strongly that it becomes as clear as the structures that are around you, right? Education is a structure, family is a structure. A lot of things in your jobs may be structures of how you go through the ranks and get promoted. But have you ever stopped to think about what it is you would love and how you can make that possible, or if there's a way to make your reality the reality of your life? We spend a lot of time creating things. We create days that seem frustrating and we don't know how to get out of that frustrated feeling to create something new. We sometimes create ways of being around certain people that we don't feel are authentic to who we are, but we continue to get a certain result, so we continue to do that. So there have been hard times in my life where, of course, as a dancer, as an artist, just trying to make a living, it was hard and sometimes, but I also had a vision for my life. And sometimes the vision wasn't as clear as I would have liked it to be. It came in parts and pieces. But as it came in parts and pieces, I developed a way to learn to follow my intuition and to trust myself and my own identity and my gifts in a way that maybe other people didn't or couldn't substantiate, or it didn't fit into the rubric of success that a lot of people were following. So here's a quick story about dreaming and dream building. Yes, I'm an artist. Yes, I'm a dancer. Yes, I'm a professor. Yes, I'm a mother. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. All of the things that I've created, though, began with me saying them out loud first. And so one day I just knew in my gut, in my heart of hearts, and my intuition that it was time to have a house. And in the town where I live, I went around looking for houses and nothing really suited my fancy. They looked really charming, but for me as a single mother, as a parent who's single, all I saw was charm equals a lot of work. And I didn't want to have to sacrifice my son or extra resources that I didn't actually see in my bank account at the time to make those charming homes into something that we could live in. So I saw this builder. He said, "Oh, we're building these new homes over here. If you give me $1,000, I'll, hold one for you and hold a lot for you." If anyone out there is listening right now and you've bought a home, you're probably thinking, this is already going awry. This is not how this works. Exactly. right? So I give the builder $1,000. I sign this contract. At that time, I have a few extra dance gigs. I give him the money from those. I get my tax return. I give him the money from that. None of this equals a down payment, right? So at this time, I'm an artist. I have a 2-year-old son. I have been at this point on welfare in New York City. There's not a lot of things to substantiate that I can purchase this home. But I knew in my heart of hearts that this was my house. So I gave him the money. I sat down with the architect. I did all the things about designing the bathrooms and the knobs and what color the floors were. And when they started building the home, when I saw them dig a hole in the ground, I just kept praying and knowing that this was my home. I would drive by, I would bring the builders donuts. When I was out of town, I would ask people to drive by and send me pictures. And I would keep pursuing the traditional way of buying a home with trying to get a loan. And I kept doing that and I kept getting turned down. And one day I was praying and I got up from my prayer time and the builder called me and said, "Hey, Crystal, do you know about these down payment grants?" And I said, "No, but if you tell me where it is, I'll fill it out right now. Having been an artist, I know to have a nonprofit, I know how to fill out a grant." So I went to fill out the application. I was reading through the guidelines and I was just thinking to myself, I don't qualify for this. Now, there might be something in your life. There may be a job, a longing, a desire that you think, oh, that's great. And it always works out for other people, but I just don't qualify. I haven't done enough yet. I'm not quite there yet. And so I didn't qualify for this down payment grant. And I filled it out anyway. And there was an interview process. And there was a gentleman who interviewed me for the grant. And he asked me some very specific questions to make sure that I answered the questions in a way that he needed me to give me this blessing. And so I answered the questions. I got a $40,000 down payment grant to build my home. I got a loan from a bank. And that gentleman who said yes to me before I said yes to myself for that down payment grant died a year later. I'm telling you this story because never in one moment of the breaking ground on the house, of this unorthodox way of securing the loan or securing the building lot, did I think that this was not my home. I'm in this home right now. Never in my time of 9 months of building and applying and negotiating did I ever doubt that this was my home. When you go through a process of dream building, the vision becomes so clear that you know within your heart of hearts that you're going to get what you ask for or something greater. And that's what I want to start teaching people how to do. It's happened for me on several occasions. That's just one story. That's my home. It happened the same way with my dance company. It happened the same way with my coaching practice. It happened the same way with my professorship. I just happened to come to Vermont for a weekend and ended up here for a long time, doing what I love. But it came first from the vision, from a thought, from words. And so I want to teach you how to build to blueprint and then become the vision that is in your heart. It's not something you get to, it's something you live from. It's one of the core principles of our dream building program. And I'm offering this again to the public this time because I know that I don't know everyone who's ready to do this work. But I do know that by investing in yourself and your vision, you get clearer on who it is you are, what it is your purpose to do. And that impact in the world translates out and billows out, butterflies out to the people you love, to the people who are close to you, and to the people that you impact the most. So I just wanted to share that with you about how I became a dream builder. It's not over, it's not done. It's a process. I have many more visions on the horizon that I can't wait to share with you when they come to fruition. But right now, I want to be the person who allows you to understand how your visions come to pass. So if this sounds like something you want to do, you should jump over to crystalbrown.com and register for the DreamBuilder Group. Enrollment will be open for one more week. If you know someone who's in the group, reach out to them, ask them, pick their brain, pick their hearts about how they're feeling, how they're changing, how they're growing. We're going to drop some testimonials in the coming days, just of people who have gone through this program and come out on the other side freer, fuller, more capable human beings, more creative in what they do day to day, moment by moment, to create the life they love. So, from dreaming to dream building, you can start right now. Hey guys, have an amazing Monday. Have an amazing night. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Don't forget, you only need to know the next step, and the stage will present itself very soon. Bye bye.